Hi everyone! I want to show you one pretty thing how you could work in ComposeEntity almost without ComposeEntity infrastructure or BIOS system. Let's speak about initialing filling the database of your application. We have the application payment book. This is our sample application for demonstrating ComposeEntity as framework rule. And when some user launch this application first time, you have empty application, empty references, directories, documents, and don't even know what he do. But we could create initial filling our database and demonstrating how working ComposeEntity as free object without user interface form. How could you add some records in the database as free as initial? For this, let's add a new file in some daemons, for example, package. Let's call it starter initialize fill, and it will be file. Here we will demonstrating two important thing. One thing is how you could do initial filling the tables, add the record in the table manually. And second thing, when you do initial filling of your database, you should do it like some localization. And we will see how working the localization system in ComposeEntity, because it has ComposeEntity has itself localization manager, but not localization manager like standard in the string is XML resource files. Let's add the function what initial filling of the database and initial adding localization for these parameters or localization keys that they are using this localization manager using our function of filling database. How it using localization manager of ComposeEntity. Don't be boring you and just add text, then ChatGPT will helps me, and I gonna show you the result. So it seems like no mistakes. It took many time of me, some hours, even with GPT chat. At the first, we get the view models of all of our objects. We need to add records in them. Where these view models come from to this object? You didn't have add them. I didn't have add them. They get generated automatically when you press the build, clean and ensemble project by KSP technology for you in the generated folder. This second package is for tests. This package is generated for you, and in ComposeEntity KSP DB ape global C represents for you these view models, and view models generated in appropriate object, for example, in some references, in some generating references, reference address, you could see this viewModel, and full release of viewModel in its top reference viewModel height of us, but we could study this object like inherit from parent object, is methods and properties. Where we were here. We get some view models and period for 8 records in documents and registers. Then we start some view model scope launch area with dispatchers io. We always using dispatchers io for hard tasks like work with database files, internet, and we don't need this looper. It was my mistake. Then we just say to matters on VM by function simple insert, we create an example of entity and fill these properties, and when we need localization, we use in LocalizationManager. LocalizationManager is standard ComposeEntity object get translation. If you don't specify this language, it take current locale of device, and just we add ref meter zones in the reference ref meter zones for elements. Then we add by meter zone types VM some zones of matter, type of matters. Then matters, we add matters. Then we add details part of matter by details matter entity. We have described all of these entities in appropriate in the feed files. For example, details matter entity, we go to details and details matter, open and see details matter entity over here. Then turn back, please. Then we add utilities elements using LocalizationManager, then details for address. We just add utilities to address, and this utility is serving some addresses. Then we add document and details part, table part of documents. Then moving the documents should be created when it posts, but we don't post some documents, and using this this dangerous way, it just elements, but this is the best perfect example for you how it working when this document posts this register with type of transaction type expands. The next document moving we add next document with details paired, and part, and it's moving this register by post. If it's working from form, it automatically creating this moving, like transaction tip in com. Then we could see it in our reports. Then we open with context dispatcher main, and for create toast message done without mistakes, we need main stream, main thread. It represents the user interface stream thread. Sorry. In this way, we add some base elements in our tables with localization. How get the translation manager? I add Ukrainian variant. You could see we just creating another function and add using localization manager object and add localization, specify the language, then create map of keys and values of localization. Then in this same way we add English version with the same keys, then Spanish version, and then Hindi version. Sorry people from French or German, but I really lazy and this is just example. You could expand it and make more broad variant of localizations. Then we need by the first launch of application detect if we have the empty database and then launch calls this function, and when the application has started, we need to call this function for initial locales. Then we just copy this function name and go to the main activity and add somewhere after this, maybe. Initial locales, it have find our function. It's really pretty good. Then we return to our function and add some button because I don't want. I gonna add it later for checking in preferences when first start of application and ask user, should we do initial localization or not, or start just empty application. But no, I just add one button for call this function in where? In screens. Do you have some screens? Screens. Main page and add one button. Just like item, item, item. In this flow row, I styled button. This is the standard button of ComposeEntity framework. Styled button, icon, icons, default. This is some face, and type of the button. No. Oh, I don't remember how it called. Oh, it called display mode. This is like button display mode, icon only, or icon and text. Icon and text. Then maybe it called icon content description is init fill, and maybe it has some text. Content, no content. What it want? What it want of me? Ah, on click. This is my part of this. I haven't add. On click, we just call this function start initialize. Initializator. On click equal. I think it should be work. Let's go. It started successfully. We have this strange button. I changed to icon only, but it still previous launch. Just top, we have message done, and go to addresses. It added. Go to the some document, utility charge document. We have it filled. It added details part. It added moves like y minus, because I specify it like this. I don't want minus because it works not this way. No this way, no this way, no this way. Let's restart. We have pretty good icon now. Go to utility change document, movements, and this is the positive. Then go to this report and show this report. And we have a pretty fine report and could open it in PDF. And we done all of these without just like effortless, I don't know. But this is the pretty good. Come back. Thank you for watching, people. Break a leg. Be fine. Goodbye. Press thumb up if you like it and want